Good evening and welcome. How are you? My name is Wendy McCallum. I'm a psychic medium from Camberley, Surrey in the UK. And this is A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. So thank you so much for coming along this evening or joining us this evening. I'm so grateful to have your presence. So what is all this about, you see? So tonight I thought I would talk to you about guides and guardian angels. But first, before we get on to that, how's your week been? How are you? How's things? I don't know about you, but I've found that this week it's just absolutely flown past, you know. And the last week, it's just like blink of an eye, and here we are. Energy is really, really fast-paced this year. Before we get started, my lovely dad always gives me a little thing about where I come from in Scotland. And this week, he was talking about the Dean Castle. Dean Castle used to be called Kilmarnock Castle. And it's a castle in Kilmarnock that was in the 14th century. I believe it belonged to the Boyd family for over 400 years. And sadly, it got reduced to ruins in 1735. But it was beautifully restored in the early 1900s by the 8th Lord Howard de Walden. And it's one of Ayrshire's top tourist attractions. So a lovely family day out for you at the Dean Castle. There you go. Fun fact for this week, where I'm from. So guides, guardians, guardian angels, it's all a bit confusing, isn't it? You know, I often get asked, what's the difference? What do they do? Well, guides come and go. That sounds awful. Guides come and go depending on where you are within your development. So a guide will come along to teach you maybe about something, you see. So, for example, I have got guides that I work with for healing. I've got guides that I work with for my mediumship. I have got guides that I work with are different guides for my mediumship, in fact. So I've got Thunder Strikes, who tends to, I always feel him here over my right shoulder. And he tends to be here to hold the energy, so to speak, and to make sure that everything's done in a safe manner. John Brown is one of my guides, and he is here to assist and help me with my mediumship. Now, there is lots of different ways of working, okay? So you've got mental mediumship, which is a mediumship that comes through the mind. You've got trance mediumship and the altered states. Now, let me explain that to you, because it's really exciting when you see it be done or done in a lovely way. So trance is about when the medium moves their mind out the way to allow spirit to step in. And they can be in a light state of trance where that allows them to do some inspired speaking, automatic writing. So inspired speaking is when the spirit world come close and these guides speak through you. It's lovely because you can get some fantastic information, and the same with automatic writing. So automatic writing, again, is when you allow these lovely beings to come close into your energy field and inspire you to write. So you'll find that you write and write and write, and you don't know actually what you've written until you read it back. So there's a light state of trance mediumship. You move into deeper states of trance where the medium, it's almost like the medium moves their mind out the way and spirit step in, for use of better words, to allow for that deep altered state of consciousness. Okay, well, you've got to be in an altered state of consciousness to allow the inspired speaker to come in and speak through you. Trance mediumship is quite a specialist thing, so I think you've got to really go to an organised event to see it. I've been quite fortunate to go there and see some amazing trance mediums. So in the UK, we have actually, I was talking to a wonderful trance medium the other day, a gentleman called Andrew Codling, who's fantastic. And Eileen Davis is a great trance medium. And then we've got a wonderful gentleman called Scott Milligan, who does trance and physical mediumship. And physical mediumship is about when the spirit actually do something physical, like turn a light switch on, actually touch you, tap you. I was actually privileged to be at one of Scott's events in the Spirit Children. tapped us on the legs, and they put trumpets up in the air, and they were playing drums and things like that. It was absolutely phenomenal. But this is not something that's just open to everybody, because it has to be done in a correct manner for the medium. And I'm really hoping that maybe one time we can get one of these specialists on, to have a chat with us about it. And back in the day, Estelle Roberts was a fantastic trans medium. And she used to speak, a Red Cloud used to speak through Estelle Roberts. Estelle's got a book, and then there's Maurice Barbanel, who you've probably heard of, Silver Birch. So Silver Birch was the spirit guide that spoke through him. So how it works is, you quieten your mind. And even with mediumship, you're quieting your mind to let the spirit person blend with your energy. Okay. And they kind of do that through the aura, the auric field, yeah. And then when the spirit person blends with you, you then communicate through the psychic senses. So that would be what we spoke about the other week. So when you see or hear or feel or smell, it's not external, it's internal. Okay. And I just thought tonight, it's not important really to know who your guides are by name, because a lot of people don't necessarily know the name of their guides, but they're aware. I've started doing some trance mediumship, and I'm aware that I had 2 new guides come in, because it was a different feeling and a different sensation, or they come in from a different place, or they made me feel differently. So you'll be aware when you build a rapport with your guides, yeah, that you're working with the same person. And then they will give you hopefully information that you can then research to find to be true. Okay. Now, I thought I would do a quick meditation with you this evening to help you connect with your guides. I hope that interests you. And I've got a couple of my tuning forks here, but I'm just going to start the meditation with them and finish the meditation with them so that you know that it's finished. This one's 852 hertz, which is about harmony, creating harmony between the universe and yourself, and 963 is about the visions in your mind and creating that unity. So connecting with that lovely spirit world. So if you would like to just find a space where you sit quite comfortably, and make sure that your feet are on the floor and your back is upright but yet relaxed. Just closing your eyes. And just taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. And a slow breath out through the mouth. And just a nice breath in through the nose. And out through the mouth. And as you breathe out, that you're in a field. And it feels really lovely and really beautiful. And you notice the green grass and the flowers. And there's a path. There's a path just in front of you. And you begin to take some steps along that beautiful path. And as you walk along the path, you're aware of a gate. And you open the gate and walk through the gate. And as you walk through the path, you're aware of a little rock pool. And beside the little rock pool is a little bench. And as you sit on this bench and just taking in the surroundings, you gently become aware of somebody sat beside you. And just feel your energy field and notice the difference in your energy field as your guide is sat beside you. And as you look down into the water, you see your reflection. And you also notice the reflection of your guide. And you may ask your guide a question in your mind. You may ask what they're here to teach you. And wait for the response to come back. And you might ask for a name. And just allow that name to gently float through your mind. And just feel the beautiful energy as your guide sits with you at this time. And you may put your feet in the pool. Just put your toes gently in the water. And notice that actually this has got a beautiful healing energy that begins to gently move up through your toes into your body. And gently making you feel more and more relaxed. And you may ask your guide another question. I'm leaving that question to you to ask. What have they come to teach you? Why are they here? Is this a guide? Is this a guardian? And just before you get ready to leave, they place something in your hand. Maybe a crystal, maybe a symbolism of something. They place something in your hand. And you thank your guide for the time that you've spent this evening, and very gently begin to move back and walk back down through that path, opening the gate, noticing the flowers in the fields, walking back up through the field to where you first started, and very gently beginning to bring your awareness back into the room. And when you're ready, very gently begin to open your eyes. Now, I appreciate that these meditations are very quick because we've only got a short period of time on here this evening, but I hope you enjoyed that. And I hope that you got to meet your guide or one of your guides, and I hope that they got to give you a gift that bestowed upon you in your hand. So I'd love to hear any comments or anything there. So please comment below or send us what you felt.